Welcome to this week's edition of Rick Answers His Email. It's opening weekend for baseball, and I'm wearing my Mariners shirt. Hopefully they're going to do something this year. But let's go to the questions. First off is Wick. Wick says his PC hangs when booting, and it often reboots as soon as it gets to the desktop. Could mean a ton of different things, Wick. First and foremost, boot into safe mode, delete all your temporary files. Also go into msconfig. And in msconfig, disable anything that shouldn't be running. Try rebooting again, see if that helps. If that still doesn't work, go back into safe mode and run all your anti-malware and anti-spyware products and try again. If that still doesn't work, could mean that you're going to need to work on Windows and possibly do a computer reformat and reinstall. Chuck, I've never used any of these types of programs for looking up words. I usually just go to mw.com or just look it up in Google oftentimes. If anyone else has any better ideas or have used any of these products, go to my website at helpmerick.com and post your comment and help Chuck out. Stan, the most common reason for the error you're getting when trying to update to 8.5 is that your download didn't complete sufficiently and didn't get all of the data. And during this past week with all the scare on the Conficker worm, which was a big bust, a lot of people were downloading antivirus products, and that really stressed some servers, and you may have just not got a clean download. Try again early in the morning, later in the evening, you'll be fine. Mike, if you're running into problems with AVG not scanning properly, make sure you are cleaning out all your temporary files on a regular basis. Use the cleanup or CCleaner tool that I have on my website. If that still doesn't work, you may have one of those computers that just doesn't work well with AVG. Try using Avast, which is also linked on my website, and soon I might be starting to recommend a third free antivirus product for home users. Chris, this is a good opportunity to remind a lot of people that Firefox and AVG do not protect you against spam. Spam, which is what you got in your email, is not protected by either one of those other things. And I'm not sure what happened to your address book or what direction to tell you. I'd have to see more details about your particular situation, but I have a feeling that what you've experienced is just a spam, and then you may have overreacted to the spam, but I'm not sure. But I do want to highlight to everyone out there listening that Firefox and AVG, while keeping your computer very safe, do not protect you against spam. And I'm cautiously recommending that people move up to Windows XP Service Pack 3 if it hasn't already installed on your computer. The people that might have trouble are people with less than 512 megs of RAM or a computer that's 5 years or older. Bill, thanks for the feedback. And the date for my videocast is on every single video. It's just right there. It says posted on such and such a date at such and such a time. So it is all there. And as far as finding additional pages, all pages are listed at the top, or you have to use the search engine. The search engine is going to get better, I promise. Jose, I did the video tip on Google Street View yesterday, and you can see it on the website at helpmerick.com. As far as them getting to Paonia, I don't know how soon they're going to be getting to those small cities around our country. Pam, I think what I would do in your case, if you got a new computer, chances are it has at least 3 gigs of RAM, I'm hoping. If it does, I would not use sleep mode. I don't recommend people using sleep mode on a desktop computer anyway, because it tends to have the kind of problems that you're running into. Depending on the software configuration, the things you have plugged into it hardware-wise, that will wreak havoc on your sleep mode. What I would do instead is keep it on all the time. Don't go back to Windows XP. Unfortunately, Windows XP is a dying breed. You're not going to find a computer with Windows XP very easily. And furthermore, Windows Vista goes out the door sometime this year, maybe as soon as August, and you can update your computer to Windows 7, which I've been testing, and it is a much better product than Windows Vista. Rodney, if you're using AVG, which it appears that you are, go into the AVG control panel, pull up View the Virus Vault, and then click Empty the Virus Vault, so that all the little things that it's saved in there are gone and you can start new. And as I've mentioned a couple times already in today's video, make sure you're cleaning out your temporary files using either CCleaner or Cleanup. Both are linked up on the website. Paul, I've never used TruePhone. TruePhone, for those people that haven't heard of it, is a similar service to Skype, where you can make voice over IP VoIP calls, meaning you're using your internet connection to transmit your voice, and therefore can make it a much cheaper call than using a traditional landline or cell phone line. TruePhone is a company that has come out with a product that will run on a lot of mobile phones, particularly your Blackberries, your iPhones, some of the Android phones that are coming out from Google, things like that, to allow you to make cheap calls overseas and even locally as well. I've not used it. Reading some of the reviews, there's a lot of mixed results out there. Any kind of VoIP requires a really strong connection. What I've seen is that people that are using Wi-Fi on their phones, and you're in your house or in a Wi-Fi hotspot, it'll work better than if you're trying to do it over the cellular network. I just don't have any personal experience with it. Sorry. John, when I switched to the new format, I just left behind all the old podcasts. Starting in April, the new podcast. Starting in March, all the podcasts will be posted. If you just search for podcast using the search engine, you will get all the podcasts. Sheila's looking for some of the information on my website, so we're going to give a quick little 30-second tour of the new helpmerick.com website. First off, at the top of the page are the links to the main pages on the website, which of course is home, ask a question, which you've done by asking your question here, the computer user group here locally, the RSS feed over here on the right, and the About Me page. Now, moving down the site, all the most recent articles will be at the top of the page. Sometimes if there's an important article, I'll make it what's called sticky, meaning it'll be the only article you see at the very first of the page, but if you keep scrolling, you will see the other pages. Now, moving over to the right-hand column, I've eliminated a third column to try to make this simpler. I have a search engine. Use the search engine to find things you're looking for on the website. You will find that it's going to work better and better as time goes on, and eventually equal what we had on the old site. Here are the archives you were referring to, Sheila. If you click this, you get all of the different archives in there. All the tips, all the reports, anything that we've done on the website at helpmerick.com is right there. If you want to sign up for the email newsletter through FeedBlitz, it's spam free, it's free. You're not going to have any problems. Please subscribe and help me pump these numbers up. We've got the poll of the week right in here. We have add me to your customized homepage. If you're using a customized Yahoo, MSN, Google page, you can add me there with one click. The all-important please buy me a Cafe Americano. Any donation is accepted and very much appreciated. The recent comments that we had on the old site. Here is what I'm real excited about is the links and resources where I post up all the things that I recommend are available to you on every single page at helpmerick.com. And I've also tweaked out the security products that I recommend right here. These are all safe download sites. Don't search for these things on Google. This is a new feature I've started on helpmerick.com, and I call it my thought stream. I'm starting to use Twitter, seeing how it works. Twitter is just a real short messaging function. You will see all those updates right here, and you can subscribe to me at helpmerick.com at Twitter. And then at the very bottom of the website, I have more links to the individual pages of the website. In the middle is the tag cloud, which allows you to click on any of these words and it'll bring you up articles related to that word. And then finally at the bottom is recent posts. These show you my most 8 or 9 recent articles that I've posted to the website. Thomas, I appreciate you giving me the link to the article that wasn't working and had some of the links, my internal links that weren't all linked up on the new site. This article is working. If anyone else finds articles that have dead internal links, please send them to me. Thanks. Bill, the shows are every month on the third Wednesday of the month between noon and 1 Mountain Time. Red, please read the website frequently. I posted an article about a day or two before the Conficker worm. It was a much ado about nothing. Jack, I do have a video and an explanation on how Control-Alt-Delete, which brings up the Task Manager, works. And you can get to it quickly by typing in this particular address, and it'll get you right to that video tip. Marlene, this gives me an opportunity to show off one more feature of the site that I didn't do during our little 30-second tour earlier. If you scroll to the bottom of any article, I have email this article and print this article right here, and you can email an article or print it right from the site. Also, right above that, just might as well show this off too, the new site gives you related posts to what you're already reading. I'm in the process of debating on whether to do a weekly or daily updates through the RSS feed I pointed out earlier. Judy wants daily. Looks like weekly is winning, unfortunately.